Hello, this is Shankar Reddy, lecturer in political science from Government Junior College for Girls, Maradpalli, Secunderabad. Today we are going to discuss about emergency powers of President of. So in this class, we are trying to cover all the three emergency powers of the President of India. So that Part 18th of the Indian Constitution. Part 18th of the Indian Constitution is emergency provisions of the President of India. From the article 352 to 360 deals emergency powers of the President of India. At the time of emergency time, at the time of India is in critical time, the Constitution provides some powers to the President of India to safeguard unity of India and sovereignty of India, at the same time democracy of the India. That's why the President of India utilized those powers for protecting the India from the threats. That's why you have to remember the President of India powers and functions. You know very well, the part 18 said or described three types of emergency powers enjoyed by of India. What are the three? First one is the national emergency, national emergency according to the article. Second one is that president rule according to the article 356. Third and final one is that financial emergency according to the article. So keep in mind the emergency provisions of the President of India classified into three categories. Number one is that national emergency according to the article 350. According to the article 356, the president proclaimed president rule. The third one is that financial emergency. Let us try to understand one by one here. When the India is in problem, the President of India safeguards India for implementing, for reducing national emergencies. Okay, so keep in mind here, national emergency, article 350. According to the article 350, the President of India proclaimed national emergency at the time of war. The time of war or external aggression. External aggression. At the time of war, at the time of external aggression, the President of India has the power to proclaim national emergency. Okay, and the second one is that at the time of armed rebellion, at the time of armed rebellion also, the President of India has the power to proclaim national emergency. Means the President of India has the power to proclaim national emergency at the time of war or external aggression. Means any war declared by the other country, that means India to other country. If any external country aggressed to the India, then at the time the President of India proclaim national emergency. At the same time, if our army attacked on the India, that was armed rebellion. The time also the President of India has the power to proclaim national emergency. You know that the time of war and external emergency, that emergency is called as external emergency. External emergency. Understood? At the time of armed rebellion, the President proclaimed that emergency is that called as internal emergency. Understood? That's why here the national emergency again classified into external emergency, internal emergency. External emergency proclaimed at the time of war or external aggression. Internal emergency proclaimed at the time of armed rebellion. This is proclamation. Okay. This was the proclamation. So the President of India proclaimed the emergency. Then after the proclamation, who approved this? That was approval. The President of India proclaimed national emergency. That emergency was proclaimed by Parliament of India. Parliament of India. So this required the approval of both the houses of Parliament of India. That was Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha should approve the proclamation of national emergency already proclaimed by the President of India. Within how many months? Within 1 month. Initially that was 2 months. Within 1 month, it required the approval of both the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha with third priority. Third priority. Means the proclamation of national emergency should approved by both houses of parliament with third majority within 1 month. Then it will continue up to 6 months. Continue up to month. Means this was approved by Parliament of India within 1 month with 2/3 majority. Then it will continue up to 6 months. Like this, for every 6 months, it will approved. Then it will finally continued with the unlimited period. Unlimited period, but which is approved with every 6 months. Okay, so this is the approval of the Parliament of India. The proclamation approved by Parliament of India for every 6 months. Then it will continue more 6 months. Then it will continue more 6 months. Keep in mind. So this is about approval of the proclamation of national emergency. Then how the proclamation revoked? How the national emergency proclamation revoked? Then here keep in mind. Revoked means removal. The national emergency at any cost, the President of India revoked. The President of India has the power to revoke national emergency at any time. And moreover, the Lok Sabha has the power to revoke the national emergency. That means the Lok Sabha has the power to pass one resolution for revoking national emergency. It was added by 44th Constitutional Amendment Act in 1978. Here proclaimed by President of India at the time of war and armed rebellion and approved by Parliament of India with third majority by House separately. At the same time revoked by President of India. Sometimes the Lok Sabha also has the power to revoke national emergency. Keep in mind the proclamation, approval, revocation. Okay, what are the changes by the national emergency? The effects of national emergency. Here, after the proclamation of national emergency, was affected on union state relations. Union state relations. Union state relations. And also it was affected on life of the legislature. At the same time, it was also affected on fundamental rights. Fundamental rights. Keep in mind, the national emergency, after proclamation of national emergency, it was affected on the union state relations. So by the national emergency, the union government enjoyed all those powers. At the time of proclamation of national emergency, union government has the full of powers. That means may give orders. May gives orders to the whom? States. May give orders to the states. It may give guidelines to the states. At the time, the guidelines given by the union government should follow the states compulsory. At the same time, the union government became the military form of government. That means more powerful at the time. The time of national emergency, the union government enjoyed more powers than state government. The state entire powers, executive powers enjoyed by whom? Central government or union government. Same time, The union government also passed the orders to the state government regarding to the financial matters. Regarding to the financial matters. That means the union government also controls the financial matters of the states, and also the union parliament of India make laws on the state list, also make laws on state lines. During the period of national emergency, the union government enjoys more powers than state government. The state government should follow the orders given by central government or union government. At the time, all the lawmaking powers of the states vested with the union government, parliament, all the financial powers enjoyed by the central government. At the same time, orders also given by the central government to the states. At the same time, the life of the legislature also affected during the period of national emergency. The period of national emergency, the union legislature, nothing but the Parliament of India. Parliament of India. That particularly Lok Sabha. The Lok Sabha life was affected during the period of national emergency. Here, by the national emergency time, at the time of national emergency, the Lok Sabha tenure may be increased up to 1 month, up to 1 year, sorry, up to 1 year. Understood? During the national emergency, the union government has the power to increase the tenure of the Lok Sabha up to 1 year. At the same time, they also has the power to increase the tenure of state legislature. That means particularly the lower house of the state legislature is up to 1 year. So they may increase it more 1 year. They may increase more 1 year. This is also affected by national emergency. And finally, the national emergency effect is that effect on the fundamental rights. Effect on fundamental rights. You know very well, our Constitution of India, Article 358 and 359. 8 and 359. Article 358 and 359 deals the effect of the fundamental rights during the national emergency. You know that what Article 358 described at the time of national emergency? Article 19 immediately suspended, automatically suspended. During the national emergency time, Article 19 automatically suspended without any resolution. Understood? This was described by Article 358. Then what about Article 359 and suspension of other than Article 19 of the fundamental rights? Understood? Suspension of other fundamental rights and suspension of Article 19. According to the Article 359, except Article 20 and 21. Means except Article 20 and 21. Article 20, 21, remaining the fundamental rights suspended by the President of India. Means during the period of national emergency, President of India has the power to suspend fundamental rights of the citizens of India, except Article 20, 21. Keep in mind 20, 21. Whereas Article 19 immediately suspended. Remaining articles may be suspended, may not be suspended. So this is about national emergency. Okay, and moreover, till now, how many times national emergency proclaimed in India? You have an idea? Yes, here the national emergency proclaimed till now thrice, 3 times. How many times? 3 times. Till now, the national emergency proclaimed in India 3 times. First, 1962, at the time of Indo-China War. At the time of Indo-China War, this was proclaimed first in India. And second time, in the year 1971, at the time of Indo-Pakistan War, this was proclaimed second time in India. Third time, the year 75. At the time of internal disturbances during the period of Indira Gandhi, this was proclaimed one more time in India. Till now, how many times national emergency proclaimed in India? Times. About briefly national emergency. Okay. Second one is that president rule. And after that, according to the Article 350, Article 350 described at the time of deadlock the constitutional mechanism in the state, the time of failure of constitutional mechanism in the state level, the President of India has the power to proclaim constitutional emergency or state emergency or then right? What are the other names of president rule? Constitutional emergency. Emergency. At the same time, one more other name is there, that was state emergency. State. At the time of failure of constitutional mechanism was proclaimed. That's why this emergency is called as constitutional. This emergency proclaimed only at state level, whereas national emergency proclaimed throughout the India or some part of the India. Whereas the state emergency proclaimed the state only, concerned state only. That was state level. That was state. Okay. Then proclamation at what time? At the time of failure of constitutional mechanism in the state level. The President of India has the power to proclaim president rule. At the time, the ruling power vested with President of India. To enjoy the power to the state, President of India has the power to rule the state at the time. That's why it was called as president rule. On behalf of the President of India, governor may enjoy the powers and some are appointed by the president enjoyed the powers. That's why here who enjoyed officially, the President of India enjoyed the powers officially. That's why emergency is called as president rule. Right? Then this was approved by whom? Parliament. Approval. Approval by whom? Parliament of India. Parliament of India. This president rule or constitutional emergency also approved by whom? Parliament of India. Houses Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha with what majority? It was also approved by the Parliament of India with simple majority. That means with 1/2 majority. Understood? So keep in mind, all of you, this was approved by the Parliament of India with 1/2 majority. Majority. At the same time, after approval of the Parliament of India, it was continued up to 6 months. So for every 6 months, the Parliament approval is essential for the continuity. Like this one extended finally up to 3 years. Up to 3 years. Was changed by 44th Constitutional Amendment Act. 44th Constitutional Amendment Act 1978. Understood? Initially, there is no maximum limitation. Whereas now the maximum limitation is that 3 years. So whereas this was initially approved by whom? Parliament of India. 2 houses separately. And then it will continue up to 6 months. Then for every 6 months, the Parliament approval is essential. Finally, it was extended up to 3 years. This was approval. Then who revoked the president rule here? Revocation. The President of India at any cost, it was revoked, removed by the President of India. President rule or constitutional emergency removed or revoked by whom? President of India. Understood? It was revoked by the President of India and also proclaimed by the President of India, but approved by whom? Parliament of India. What are the changes of the president rule, after the proclamation of president rule. So, what are the consequences after the proclamation of president rule? So, during the president rule, the president enjoyed all those ruling power of the state. That means here the president may dissolve, may suspend chief minister and his council of understood. At the time of president rule, the president suspend minister office at the time council of minister also. And moreover, the president of India has the power to dissolve the state legislature. Maybe not be. And that means the president enjoyed the powers of the state executive that was already enjoyed by the chief minister and his council of minister. Powers and functions enjoyed by whom? President of rule. So chief minister is enjoyed the powers. The powers of the chief minister and his executive powers enjoyed by whom? Of India. At the same time, legislature also may suspended, may dissolved. That means law-making powers also enjoyed by whom? Parliament of India. Parliament of India. At the time, during the period of president rule, the legislative powers of the state legislature, the law-making powers of the state enjoyed by Parliament of India. All the laws, the state list, in the state list. State list. We have three lists: union list, state list, concurrent list. On the state list, the parliament also has the power to proclaim laws. Also, the president of India has the power to proclaim ordinances also. Understood? So keep in mind, during the period of president rule, the president enjoyed all the executive powers. The president enjoyed the all legislative powers also. At the same time, during the period of president rule, every money bill of the state, a budget of the state approved by the Parliament of India. Understood? It means every money bill of the state and the budget of the state should send to the President of India for his approval. That means that was approved by Parliament. So these are the changes after the proclamation of president rule. So at the time of president rule, no fundamental rights are suspended. Minds. Only at the time of national emergency, the fundamental rights are suspended. That to be except Article 20, 21. Minds. The president rule proclaimed in India how many times? Around 115 times. Understood? The president rule proclaimed till now 115 times. Whereas this was first proclaimed at Punjab. At Punjab. Means the year 1951. After the next year of the Constitution of India came into force. For the first time, the president rule was proclaimed in the Punjab state. So in this scenario, we should remember Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's statement. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's statement. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar described Article 356. Article 356, the dead letter. Dead letter. That means no use of the Article 356 in future, he expected like that. Whereas in the Indian Constitution, out of all the articles, this was the article which is more active. The article we used more times. More than 100 times we used. That was misused according to the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. So, Ambedkar did not expect this one. Okay. So keep in mind, this was the more. The last one is that financial emergency. Financial emergency. You know that according to the article, the President of India has the power to proclaim financial emergency at the time of financial system of India deadlocked. The time of India is in crisis. At the time of India credits in a crisis manner, the President of India has the power to proclaim financial emergency according to the article So here, the approval of the financial emergency by the Parliament of India. Parliament of both houses separately, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. Within how many months? Within 2 months. Keep in mind. Only the national emergency approved within 1 month. Remaining president rule also approved within month, and national financial emergency also approved within months with simple majority. With simple majority. That means 1 by 2 majority. With two houses separately, 1 by 2 majority within 2 months. Then it will continue up to 6 months. And for every 6 months, the parliament approved. Important. Here keep it mind. Here there is no provision for the proclamation of the for every 6 months here. So because for that at the time of proclamation of financial emergency, indefinitely this was extended. No definite period for the proclamation of national emergency, for the extension of the national emergency. Okay, for the extension of national emergency, there is no fixed period. Indefinitely be extended. Okay, then after the approval, then it was revoked. The President of India has the power to revoke at any cost the financial emergency. Revoke the financial emergency, President of India. Then what are the changes during the period of financial emergency? The time of financial emergency, the central government give orders to the states for controlling their financial activities. For controlling their financial activities. Then at the time of financial emergency, the central government asked the states for sending their budgets to the approval of President of India. At the same time, the President of India gave orders to the all employees for the reduction of the salaries at the time of financial emergency. It means so these are the changes, consequences of the financial emergency. Till now, the financial emergency was not proclaimed at least one time also. Clear? So this is about emergency powers of President of India. There are three emergency powers: national emergency, and second one is that President rule. Third one is that financial emergency. I hope it's very clear.